Howdy folks, it's Effing Controller, and we're playing more Betrayal at Krondor. And, you know what, I just realized that we're starting in a position that is very similar to one from a previous episode, but I can assure you that the content will be completely different, although it's still adhering to the excruciatingly high standards of quality that I try to adhere to. So, let's see. I reviewed the last video, so I'm trying to remember. I just watched it mere minutes ago, and I've already forgotten. We're supposed to look for the bag of powder at the crawler's house, apparently. So we're off to go. We've conspired to commit a criminal caper against the crawler. We're in cahoots. Hopefully not in cuffs, or maybe under certain circumstances that would be okay. But anyways, what? Gonna go try to find this dude's house and steal his sack. I don't remember there being too many houses around here. And in fact, it might be prudent for us to approach the situation from above. I feel like a bird. A big, stupid bird. Well, okay, this isn't... Ah, okay, there's a house there. Maybe that's the crawler's house. Now, I think that this was the was it a Rusalki house? I think it was just an abandoned house. Yeah. Well, I don't think that's it. House? Dr. House MD? Take it to the house? I think that I might be confused. Surprisingly, I'm confused by something simple. Let's go to Silden. I wonder if I can get clarification. Maybe? From our estimable colleague? Joftas. I am assuming you are here to speak about the item which we discussed. You have been expedient in finding it. Well, we haven't. Okay... Huh. Well, you are not helpful. Can you just remind me of where I'm supposed to go? Oh wait. He doesn't have a shop, I'm assuming. But there's this thing here. Oh! Well, this is different. Gorath watched the docks. Behind him, James stood with his ear pressed against the door of the house, listened for the stirring of the crawler or his men, but heard only the thumping of his own heart. The door was locked, and as he reached inside his pack to search for his keys and picklocks, he saw a very small, very straight crack in the trim beside the door. Smiling at the old mocker's trick, he pressed his thumb against the trim and pushed down. The wood slid away, revealing a small brass key. Removing it from its hiding place, he jammed it into the brass lock, whispering his thanks to the old mocker who had first taught him the trick. It's not a very good trick. It's a fine trick, whatever. Within, the house was dim, but not so dark that James couldn't navigate by instinct alone. Creeping, he investigated the whole of the three-room house, noting anything that looked out of the ordinary. Near the fireplace, he discovered something that appeared to be a chest, but dismissed it as suspect, its location tagging it as a trap for less clever thieves. On the wall, he eyed a row of 5 colorfully lacquered pots. Let's start taking lines from this game as tongue twisters before I start my sessions. 5 colorfully lacquered pots. Each smiling, or spilling, a bunch of smiling lacquered pots, grinning stupidly at James as he meandered around the room, each spilling over with a tangle of violet-colored tondil horns. Many times in Krondor he had heard the Princess Anita lamenting over the fact the flowers were nearly impossible to grow in the salty soil of the coastal regions and required nearly constant sunlight. Located as they were at the rear of the house, however, they would undoubtedly receive very little light at all. Smiling, he upturned each of the pots until at last he discovered the hidden powder bag and made a mental note to thank the princess for her relentless efforts to civilize him. I'm not sure what the connection is other than those plants being kind of out of place, but whatever. Clutching his find triumphantly, he hurried outside to rejoin his very nervous-looking traveling companions. Jimmy the Hand was still alive and well. All right, I think that's it. Let's talk to our friend. So, the Honorable Seigneur from Krondor returns. Have you brought along the pouch I asked you for? Why, yes, I have. It seems that today Baneth has smiled upon the both of us. I have what you want, and you apparently know what I need to know. The pouch in exchange for the story. That was the deal. I want to hear a story about a silver spider. Yes, Baneth has gifted you most certainly. I wouldn't have thought anyone wily enough to defeat the crawler, but if the happy prankster has given you the knack, then I'll happily help you as best I can. Now, silver spider is a rare item, so I remember when I get one, and am most assuredly pleased when I can turn a profit from one. They are heartily sought here in the kingdom. It's been several months since I last sold one. Can you describe the last man who bought one? Oh, I can describe him. Stoop-backed, crass, hard, bartering fellow. He was wearing a black cloak and a bird. An eagle was blazed across his chest. This vaguely sounds like that creepy dude, the stoop-backed thing. I don't know if crass necessarily fits him. Maybe hard bartering, but he's a nighthawk, regardless. Hawk? A golden hawk? I have lived the greater part of my days here in Silden. It might have been a hawk, or it could have been a gull. All I know is I lost a great deal that day between he and the trader named A Book. Oh, who brought in some sailor's trinkets he appropriated from Prankstone. Take a look, it's in a book. That's why I say these things. It helps me remember. As for the man with the bird on his chest, the last I heard of him when he was asking to purchase a ticket on a ship called the Mocker's Folly bound for Krondor. Nighthawk bound for Krondor? Where could I find the ship's captain? Krondor, I suspect, though I don't see why that would be important to you. I will decide what is important or unimportant. I'm James. I'm an adult. Now, what about the brass spyglass? Would you know anything about that? As I told you before, sailors' trinkets are common here in Silden. If it is a special glass you covet, I would urge you to seek out the trader A Book. I could hope only to make 5, perhaps 10 gold sovereigns from such an item, so I decided they were not really worth my time bothering with them. You may find that bothering with silver spiders has cost you more than a manja, Joftas. If I find that any of the prince's family have died of poisoning when I return there, you'll have a great deal more to worry about than turning a profit. Yeah, way to give him a heads up. God, he's gonna hit the road then. Well, you know what? Let's actually stay the night here. This dog can scare me out. Yeah. It's kind of unnecessary, I guess, but that's how I roll. Spoiled rations. Yes, we'll buy those. What the hell? Okay. So it's daylight. So, a book. Abacus. Should we go to Krondor? Maybe we should... I don't remember where Abac was, come to think of it. Obviously not this. There's the boat here. This is the Mist Devil, but it's not accessible to us. So, a book. I might have to refresh my memory somewhere. For example, in another video or something like that. I feel like that he was over here, maybe? Maybe in Malik's Cross? But either way, I'll take a look at some of the previous videos really quickly, and I'll see what I can come up with. Well, I can't remember where he is. That was kind of pointless. So, we're just going to head to Krondor, I guess, and see if that's going to be helpful to us. Or maybe this is his house or something. Drat. Okay, well, damn, I'll have to do a little bit of backtracking, I guess, back to Krondor, and I will meet you guys there. Oh, wait a minute. Interesting. Owen's pulse quickened as he saw the lone figure approach, but when it became apparent they were not being attacked, he relaxed a bit, squinted slightly in an attempt to see who it was about. Yeah, this guy. This is the guy. I was looking for people in towns and stuff. He was just a wanderer, that's right. Okay. Well, that was fortuitous, as some people say. A book, Master of Abuk. I wonder how you say that. Abuk. Master of Locks at your service. How may I be of assistance? It appears that you are master of more than locks. What do you know of the prank stone north of Romney? Tongue wags loose in Sylvan. I see my enterprises may be silenced. I am interested only in a brass spyglass that you sold to Joftas in Sylvan. Tell me about it, and I will choose to forget about any other thefts you may have participated in. How did you come by it? A year and 20 ago, I bought a box in Sylvan from a trader. He told me it would bring me great fortune, but I wished only for a strong chest to hold my things, and to do massive bench presses with. And I told him that he would be a fool to sell such a box. We haggled it, and at last I purchased it for 10 sovereigns, a price that the seller seemed positively glad to receive. I too was pleased with the exchange, but began to wonder at the nature of what I had purchased. The chest was possessed of a Kajunlo. Kajunlo? What if that's supposed to be Kahunlo or something? Well, anyways, what does this mean? What does that mean? This or that? Who cares? It was a box of trickery, of magic. Objects would appear in the box, things that I had not placed there. Then one day I met a man from Romney, and he told me of the true nature of my chest. When things were lost in a certain place, they came to my box, and we could sell those items. We decided, of course, that we would never tell each other more about ourselves, so our business would be safe should one of us fall into harm. Ah, good thinking. And you two would split the profits of whatever appeared in the box. I take it the brass spyglass was one of the items he arranged for you to find? It was one of many things. The day you got the spyglass, did anything else appear in your box? A few things. I keep the things whose value I do not know. So those items which arrived with the spyglass are still there as well. I believe there was a note whose contents I do not remember. Where was this box? Is it close by? It lies behind a mountain with 2 other boxes near Sylvan, and is locked with a special lock. You will have to spell out Thorn so that it may be opened. If you do not understand of what I speak, you shall when you find the box. It's a Mordell box with the solution of Thorn. I think we have seen that in my never-ending pursuit of all things Mordell. All of the boxes. Well, okay. So, do we need to go to Krondor? Or should I just spin around giddily? Let's go to Krondor. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Okay, fine. Let's go find the boxes. He said it was near Sylvan. Behind a mountain, also is what he said. So, that's a mountain. It's dark out, so let's resume our search in the morning. Behind a mountain. There's a hill over here. Maybe that's what he means. Aha! That looks pretty good. Okay. All lined up in a row. I think I opened that one already, so I'm wondering if that's going to affect things. And I vaguely remember a note being involved. Today he is there to trip you up, and he will torture you tomorrow, yet he is also there to ease the pain when you are lost in grief and sorrow. I remember the solution to this, so... because I was delighted by that answer. That's empty. I wonder if this is the one. This is Delicon. That's the acrostic one. And what about this one? That's got 5 letters. Yep. I remember you could spell shits, I think, or something like that. But we're just gonna spell Thorn. Well, that's a doozy. Okay, there was supposedly a note in there. I wonder if I read it at some point. Damn it. Okay. I will genuinely have to review the footage now, because And it's a good reason for why you should always record your video gaming sessions. Aside from just general paranoia, this is useful because now I can. I don't know what kind of paranoia would involve recording yourself playing video games other than my special kind, but other than your paranoia about forgetting everything that you encounter in a video game, but that's not really paranoia, I guess. But anyways. Psychoanalysis aside, I'm going to try to figure out what the hell was in that box by reviewing the tape. One moment. After further review of the play, the ruling on the field is that we should go to Caval Keep, because I just found it in episode 27 of this illustrious series. Well, actually, it's kind of weird. I got 2 notes in Owen's inventory, and it appears that I only read one of them, but I'm thinking that this might be pertinent because it says... Given to Isonatus of Caval Keep the quantity of 500 rubies and 200 golden sovereigns, totaling a value not in excess of 20,200 sovereigns. Caval Keep has been mentioned a lot, so I'm just assuming that this is the right one. The other one I couldn't find where I read it, so I maybe that has pertinent info. I think the lesson here is that I need to be taking notes as I play. Because there's a lot of shit going on now. This is getting a little bit more complicated for my tiny brain to handle. So I need to be doing a little bit better about that. And I promise I will, dear viewer. But what I'll do for now is I'll head up to Romney and we'll head up to Caval Keep right here. So I guess I'll cut things off here for just a moment. And I'll reconvene, or will reconvene, in the event that something interesting happens. We are just on the outskirts of Romney, and I've stumbled upon a trio of Nighthawks who appear to be standing very, very still. And I'm going to attack them. For experience, of course. Are they just statues? Oh, okay. Anywho. Let's get going here. Commence the murder. Alright. One down. You know what I realized is that I haven't really been using our bows and arrows so much. So I might do that. Haha! Fuck your couch. Stab that guy. See if we can take some shots at this dude. Whoosh. Oh, no. You just relax there, kid. Aha! You are terrible at everything you do, other than do exposition, I guess. That's one thing you are good at, Jimmy. You know what, just go and kill him. Or don't. That's fine too. Gorath has to do all the work. But we got experience points for it. I think I'm going to have a stop in... what's it called? Ooh. Killian's root oil. I think I'm going to have a... Wait, what does this do? A very light oil. It was used by the soldiers to temporarily enhance their metallic qualities of their swords and of their armor. Wink, wink. I don't know why I'm winking. It's just a nervous tick, I guess. I do need to get us some food. None of this is food so far. That's poisoned food. Don't eat that. Okay. Hate the looting. It's so difficult. There we go. I'll take that. I'll take your corals too. Unfortunately, not a whole hell of a lot of food on those guys, so we're gonna go up to Romney and get some grub, do a grocery run. Wait, maybe we can buy food here. Nope. Ooh, shinies. Wait, where are we? Romney's just to the east. Did I pass it? Did I go past it, rather? What? A little confused. Is this... Yeah, this is Sloop. Okay. It's not a total brain fart there, guys. We will go to Romney and buy food, and then I will resume once I do something interesting and once I get the cobwebs out of my head, apparently.